So when I first arrived at Ross, I understood leadership mostly in terms of outcomes, whether that be setting goals, creating strategies, or driving results. I thought that being an effective leader was simply just making smart decisions and keeping people aligned around a vision. And so I didn't yet fully understand how deeply our decisions can affect individuals and communities that we're a part of, or even how essential empathy and awareness are to truly inclusive leadership. This began to shift once I discovered the concept of human-centered practice, which basically just taught me that true leadership begins with understanding people before making those decisions that affect their livelihoods. And so over my time on the inclusive leaders pathway, I've grown from seeing leadership simply as a position of authority to seeing it more as a practice of connection and service between others. I learned that human-centered leadership means designing actions, systems, and decisions that expand access and opportunity for everyone, especially those whose voices aren't always heard or even at all. And so my experiences at Ross reinforced this shift, whether it be in classes or ILP sessions. I was able to learn how to pause and ask critical questions like who benefits from this decision, who is excluded. But it was outside the classroom in my role as a peer mentor that I really began to live these lessons more intentionally, supporting first year students and then also second year transfers like myself through their academic and personal transitions remind me how powerful it can be to just listen, meet someone where they are, and help them navigate challenges with empathy. That experience really deepened my belief that human-centered leadership happens in everyday moments, not just within the workplace or organizations. It happens through patience, curiosity, and just being present in the moment for others. Together, these experiences, they really helped me start focusing less on being the one with the answers, that is, or being more on being the one who creates space for others to be seen and supported so that they can come with their own answers. And so my most defining experience applying human-centered practice has probably been through two of my intertwined roles here on campus. One serving as chapter president of my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and then also working as a student facilitator at the Office of Student Conflict Resolution here on campus. Starting off with every week, my fraternity partners with a community center in Ypsilanti to mentor, hang out with, and tutor children in grades kindergarten through 8th grade. And so at first I just saw it as a service opportunity, a chance to give back, but over time it became a relationship. The kids began to open up. I realized how much consistency and listening mattered more than just any structured activity we could have given them. Some of them faced difficult situations outside of the center. And so just showing up each week, being present, patient, and understanding became an act of leadership grounded in empathy and trust. And so at the same time, in my work as a student facilitator, I've had the opportunity to meet with students navigating conflicts on campus. Sometimes they're very personal, sometimes academic, and sometimes even organizational. But sitting in these conversations, it's really taught me that every situation has multiple truths. And so my role wasn't to fix things, but rather to help people feel heard, respected, and empowered to move forward. These experiences strengthen my ability to approach situations from a human-centered lens, to listen before acting, to design solutions that respect the dignity of everyone involved, and to really just to lead with compassion, even when accountability is necessary. So really just finding the balance in those two. And so together, these moments have really shown me that human-centered practice isn't just a concept. It is a way of leading and living. It's about meeting people where they are, creating space for voices, and really just ensuring that our actions as leaders build equity and belonging. So as I prepare to take these lessons beyond Ross, I do want to continue leading in ways that center people and relationships, whether it be in business, community engagement, or organizational leadership. I plan to bring this mindset to every decision, thinking not just about efficiency or outcomes, but about impact on people. And so human-centered practice has taught me that sustainable leadership means valuing both success and well-being, not just one or the other. And so my experiences at Ross have given me the tools and, more importantly, the self-awareness to lead with empathy, clarity, and purpose in whatever comes next. And so, yeah, I thank the Inclusive Leaders Pathway for how it's helped me understand leadership isn't about being at the center, but it's about putting people there.